Welcome back to the channel, Barca News World. Big updates are coming straight from Japan as Barcelona officially kick off their preseason tour. In today's video we've got it all covered. Lamine Yamal stealing the show with a superstar welcome in Asia, Japan. Marc-Andre Ter Stegen's tense situation with the club and a possible shift in captaincy. Andreas Christensen and Iñaki Peña both linked with exits as squad reshuffling begins. Plus, Joan Laporta's firm statement on transfers, signings, and the Champions League dream under Hansi Flick. This is your complete preseason and transfer window update. So hit that like button, subscribe, and let's dive in. Barcelona have kick-started their preseason trip, having arrived in Japan earlier this morning. The team landed in Osaka before making their way to the team hotel in Kobe, where around 50 Barca fans were already waiting outside. With Hansi Flick's men set to play friendlies against Vissel Kobe, FC Seoul and Daegu FC, excitement is building among fans across Japan and South Korea. Yamal receives a rousing reception. But one player who stole the show as Asian fans welcomed Barcelona with open arms was Lamine Yamal. As reported by Sport, the young winger received the warmest welcome of the entire squad. Fans at the hotel, wearing Barca jerseys, were seen chanting his name and holding up shirts with Yamal printed across the back. While most bore his old numbers, 19 and even 27. A few had already managed to get hold of his new number 10 shirt, recently vacated by Ansu Fati. Reacting to the rousing reception, Yamal greeted the fans. He wasn't alone either and was accompanied by his mother, Sheila Ibana, and brother, Kane, who joined him on the trip. Several other family members of players like Pedri and Fermin Lopez have also traveled with the squad and are staying at the Porto Pia Hotel. Yamal's growing popularity in Asia is a clear sign that the Barcelona forward is becoming a global superstar, and with the added backing of the iconic number shirt, it won't be surprising to see him become a marketing asset for Barcelona in the near future. For now, Lamine Yamal's full focus is on the upcoming preseason fixtures, with Barcelona set to take on Vissel Kobe this Sunday. Interestingly, that match was briefly called off due to a contract disagreement but has since been reinstated after a quick resolution. Meanwhile, Barcelona president Joan Laporta recently confirmed in an interview that the club considers its transfer business nearly complete. With the arrivals of Joan Garcia, Rooney Bargi, and Marcus Rashford, Laporta doesn't expect any more new signings this summer. As such, the focus now shifts to outgoings from the club, with the Catalans needing to free up salary space to register their new arrivals. One of the players linked with a departure happens to be Andreas Christensen, given the overbooking in the centre-back department. Christensen has offers to leave. Now, according to Mundo Deportivo, Andreas Christensen has received offers to leave Barcelona this summer. Last season, Christensen's involvement was limited due to regular injury issues, restricting him to only 6 appearances across all competitions. Moreover, the Danish international is currently the 5th-choice centre-back in the squad, behind Pau Cubarsí, Íñigo Martínez, Ronald Araujo, and Eric Garcia. With his contract expiring in 2026, the Blaugrana are open to considering offers in order to generate some income before his deal runs out. And his departure would free up a significant wage slot. However, Christensen remains reluctant to leave Barcelona this summer and is determined to stay and fight for his place in the team. The former Chelsea ace has traveled to Asia with the rest of the squad for the preseason tour, and any decision regarding his future might have to wait until the team returns to Barcelona. In light of recent events, the relationship between FC Barcelona and Marc-Andre Ter Stegen is more strained than ever, reports Marca. The bond between the club captain and key figures at the institution has been severely damaged and things are at an all-time low. Joan Garcia signing the catalyst. A few weeks ago, tensions rose following the signing of Joan Garcia and the decision to place Ter Stegen on the transfer market. At 33 years old, Ter Stegen is no longer untouchable under Hansi Flick. In fact, he has become a somewhat uncomfortable presence at the club. The sporting department's decision to bring in Garcia and renew Wojciech Szczesny left no room for him in the first-team plans. Barcelona placed him on the market despite his status as captain, his role as a regular starter before last season's knee injury, and a contract running until June 2028. Ter Stegen did not take this lightly and made it clear to the club that he had no intention of leaving. Contrary to expectations in the club's offices, the upcoming World Cup has not influenced his stance. He remains committed to staying. His refusal to consider a move frustrated Barcelona, as his departure would have brought much-needed funds and significantly reduced the wage bill. He was one of the key names highlighted in the club's list of potential departures. Surgery statement causes further rift. Adding to this already tense situation is the controversy surrounding Ter Stegen's recent announcement regarding his back surgery. The goalkeeper published the news on his social media accounts before Barcelona had a chance to do so. The veteran star also stated that he would be sidelined for only 3 months, implying that his absence would not qualify as long-term, meaning the club could not use his salary space to register other players. Hours later, Barcelona released an official statement confirming Ter Stegen's decision to undergo surgery but deliberately omitted any mention of recovery timelines. Inside the club, officials believe that recovery timelines should be shared only after surgery, and only by medical professionals. According to Barcelona's own doctors, Ter Stegen's return in 3 months is unrealistic. Their current estimate ranges from 4 to 5 months, which would classify the injury as long-term. Some within the club even suspect that Ter Stegen timed his announcement strategically, aiming to apply pressure on the board at a sensitive moment. This has only worsened the already tense relationship between the goalkeeper and the club hierarchy. Because of this, serious conversations are now taking place behind the scenes about whether Ter Stegen should continue wearing the captain's armband. Meanwhile, before departing to Japan a day later than the squad, President Joan Laporta gave an in-depth interview with Mundo Deportivo. During the conversation, he opened up about the summer transfer window, ongoing work at Camp Nou, the club's goals, and the challenges of staying within financial fair play rules. Reflecting on the current squad, the president expressed satisfaction with having preserved the core from last season. The additions of Joan Garcia, Marcus Rashford, and Swedish prospect Rooney Bargi, initially with Barsa Athletic, have added strength, but Laporta made it clear, the ultimate goal remains the Champions League. He emphasized that the club's primary aim this summer was not to build from scratch, but to retain what was already working. Our main focus and obsession was to keep the team from last season, because it was a historic one. We wanted to preserve that team spirit and refused to even consider many offers we received. The coach asked for more firepower up front, said Laporta. With Marcus Rashford we have that now. And Deco's foresight regarding what might happen with Marc-Andre has been key in reinforcing the goalkeeping position. Joan Garcia has been training spectacularly, Barca fans will love him. Despite the constant speculation around transfer markets, Laporta confirmed that the club considers its summer objectives complete. With Rooney Bargi there is a lot of hope. He is an explosive player, the kind you enjoy watching. This season we have already achieved what we set out to do. Regarding the possibility of further signings before the window closes, the president was direct, confirming that he did not expect any more arrivals. On the topic of outgoings, Laporta indicated that while some salary trimming will occur, the club does not plan any high-profile sales purely for financial gain. We will be making savings in terms of wages. Pablo Torre has already left, and other moves are being finalized. But I do not think a major sale will happen, even though we have received offers. It would break the spirit of this team which has won over the fans. We want to keep that spirit and that magic. Laporta made clear that the club will try to avoid painful exits, saying, "That is what I meant. We will try to avoid any painful departures." I will not name specific players because they all belong to Barca and we are delighted with all of them. But we do have too many players in some positions and something has to be done. That will be up to the coach and to Deco. FC Barcelona's sporting department still has several unresolved files in the current transfer window, especially regarding player departures. As Joan Laporta stated in an interview, it is unlikely there will be further arrivals before the summer window closes. However, some departures are on the cards, with Deco staying behind in Barcelona to work on them instead of traveling to Asia with the squad for the preseason tour. One such player who is certain to leave before the summer transfer window closes is out-of-favor goalkeeper Iñaki Peña. Iñaki Peña's departure is currently on hold, as reported by Mundo Deportivo, and the reason is straightforward. Barcelona need to register both Joan Garcia and Wojciech Szczesny with La Liga first. At the moment, the only two goalkeepers officially registered for competition are Peña and Marc-Andre Ter Stegen, who is unavailable due to upcoming back surgery. Until the new signings are formally registered, Peña remains the only fit and eligible option between the posts, which means any transfer talks will have to wait. The Blaugrana are working on registering Garcia, who arrived from RCD Espanyol this summer, as well as Szczesny, who signed a new contract after his previous one expired on June 30th. As a result, Peña, who has 1 year remaining on his contract, is the only first-team goalkeeper available at this time, ahead of the La Liga opener against Mallorca on August 16th. That is why the La Masia graduate was taken on the preseason tour of Asia instead of being left behind in Barcelona to finalize his departure. And an exit for the 26-year-old shot-stopper will likely be put on hold until one or both of Garcia and Szczesny are registered with La Liga. So, Barcelona's tour is off to a buzzing start. Lamine Yamal is already a fan favorite in Asia, while Joan Laporta has made it clear. The club's summer business is done, and now it's time to focus on offloading the excess. Christensen's future is up in the air, Iñaki Peña may leave, and Ter Stegen's status as captain could be in jeopardy amid rising tension. The big question now is, should Barca move on from Ter Stegen? And who deserves the number 1 spot going forward, Garcia or Szczesny? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's talk. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you never miss another update on Barcelona's journey toward the 2025-26 season. Thanks for watching, see you in the next one.